Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we radial are again then. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well, mate. I really do hope that. I got a haircut. I think it needs to settle in. You know, sometimes haircuts need to settle in. Maybe. That's maybe what needs to happen here. Since I've last spoken to you, stuff has happened. Julian Nagelsmann is out of the race. From favourite to completely eliminated from the race. Chelsea Football Club, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here in Vincent Kompany, and no disrespect to him, I'm about to lose my mind, if it hasn't already been lost. I think he's an excellent emerging coach, but Burnley to the Championship after a very disappointing spell managing Anderlecht. Burnley in the Championship to the Chelsea job. I know we're a data-led organisation now, but come on, I mean, he could be excellent, but come on. And look, mate, if you've watched my previous upload, you'll know my position on Poch. We are going to reference Matt Law's article on the Telegraph, if I can learn to speak English. Excuse me, I've just eaten, for insight and information on this. But what are we doing, mate? Chelsea have gone chicken oriental. In fact, we had a long time ago. But now it's just, I don't know, man. Do we trust the process? You tell me. We'll go through this together and we'll bring each other through it emotionally and spiritually. Thanks for joining me. Consider dropping a like, help out your humble content creator in these increasingly competitive times here on the platform. But if you want to support me, like and subscribe, MFs. So let's have a little goosey ganders at this then. Mauricio Pochettino in pole position for Chelsea job after Julian Nagelsmann drops out. So this is kind of like, Luis Enrique was like, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. This is a clinical, Nags is out, bro. Julie Nags. We didn't even get to use the nickname properly. He is gone. Which kind of like, even though I preferred him to Pochettino, I don't trust any of these, man. This is just... So, I know it's wrong, but, one dropping out, kind of they could all drop out and I'd feel relieved a little bit in their own, or in my own way in respect to each gaffer. I preferred Nagelsmann, but I wasn't convinced. I had concerns, and though I preferred him to Pochettino, there's a peculiar part of me is you don't have to worry about those Nagelsmann concerns now. So let's hone our efforts and attention into different concerns. Chelsea are warming towards the former Spurs manager, with Vincent Kompany also on the shortlist. Again, nothing against Vincent Kompany. I know he'll be the ultimate Man City Kompany man, but make no bones. Well, look, we can talk about Kompany in a bit. Let's just see what's being said and we can reflect accordingly. I'm going to hold the microphone like this. Actually, no, I'm not, in case it clips. Mauricio Pochettino is emerging as the favourite to land the permanent head coach job at Chelsea following a dramatic 24 hours in which Julian Nagelsmann dropped out of the running and Vincent Kompany was placed on the club's shortlist. He'll bloody love that. Lampard will be thinking, WTF? I'm club legend. I've managed Chelsea. I've managed Premier League clubs. This geezer has managed one Championship club. You want to give him the full-time job? Now, Nagelsmann has been one of the front runners for Chelsea's post since the sacking of Graham Potter, but will not be part of the process moving forwards, with the Blues now working from a 3-man shortlist. I was read 4-man shortlist a minute ago. Pochettino is at the top of that list. Jesus Christ. Which also features surprise candidate Vinny Kompany, who has clinched promotion with the Premier League with Burnley, and an unnamed coach who is liked and respected by Chelsea. Ooh, mystery coach. I'm going to give you my thoughts on all these guys in just a moment, so wait. There is now momentum gathering behind former Tottenham Hotspur manager Pochettino, who's held a series now of positive talks with Chelsea this week and is seen internally as an extremely strong candidate. If you watched my previous upload, 2 benefits. Potentially Harry Kane is one. Pissing off Spurs fan is another huge one. In fact, that should be at the top. Telegraph Sport this week revealed that Luis Enrique slipped out of contention and that contact has been made with all candidates to Chelsea shortlist, including Pochettino. Yeah, we knew Enrique was out. Now Nagelsmann is out. We are weird. Pochettino has held more than one round of talks with Chelsea this week, with warmth growing towards the Argentine who was interviewed for the job before Potter, of course. Representatives for Pochettino have refused to comment on this situation, funny that. And Chelsea must consider whether or not his background as a former Tottenham manager represents an insurmountable hurdle, with resistance over that issue appealing to decrease. I don't think it will. Like I said earlier, I'm more annoyed about Jose going to Tottenham. I wouldn't care about a Tottenham manager coming to Chelsea because it's that upgrade vibe, you know? I think Chelsea fans would probably be okay with it. Pochettino's name was sung by Spurs fans who want him to return. See, this is what gives me the dopamine here. That the Spurs fans are singing his name and they want him back. And if he just suddenly comes to Stamford Bridge, I mean, that would be lovely. You know, we got to take the good dopamine hits and the good feelings when we can get them. Because as Chelsea fans, we're in the trenches, man. So Daniel Levy has so far made no move in that direction. Well, he canned him. Also, all that stuff with Fabio Paratici, you know, being banned from... They're just... You know, it stinks over there at the moment, you know? Poor guys. As things stand, Pochettino would not face a decision between Chelsea and Tottenham if the Stamford Bridge club offered him a chance to permanently succeed Potter. Look, again, they might have the best stadium, they might have the best training facilities. Heck, they might even be in the Champions League. But they ain't got that Stamford Bridge juice, baby. Chelsea have taken note that the fact that Pochettino overachieved at Tottenham. Stop, pause, worried, concerned. This is what happened with Graham Potter. I was sucked in. But this is the overachieving with like low data. Well, the data analysis of underachieving, overachieving, whatever. That's what worries me. Almost winning the Premier League, but losing out to Leicester. They should have won the Premier League. The context is really lacking here. They absolutely should have won the Premier League. But they let Leicester win the Premier League. It was great. We all love it that it happened. God forbid Tottenham win, you know, the Premier League. But they should have won it. And reaching the Champions League final, yeah, but with a young team. But again, he failed at PSG for me. Pochettino is a coach who's best managed his relationship with Tottenham chairman Levy, which may be relevant given the hands-on nature of Chelsea's owners. Yeah, basically they can talk to him all the time. Their desire for all departments to be collaborative. This is obviously one of the biggest issues with Tuchel. And took the club through a stadium rebuild when the team had to play at Wembley. That is true. And that is something I hadn't considered. He's got experience helping a club transition into a new stadium. For whatever that's worth, that is something we will be doing. Hopefully we won't be playing at Wembley. But yeah, fair enough. At Paris Saint-Germain, Pochettino won the league. Yes, but he also lost it to Lille. And he won the French Cup. Wowee. Having witnessed Thomas Tuchel's success at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea will also be aware of the record of coaches who have been sacked by PSG. As well as Tuchel winning the Champions League with Chelsea, Carlo Ancelotti has been crowned European champion. Yeah, but why? This has nothing to do with PSG. These managers winning stuff. It's nothing to do with... It's because PSG hire managers that win things. Most of the time. I don't know, man. No correlation for me. While Unai Emery won the Europe... Yeah, Unai is a very good coach. Given the challenging nature of the first season in charge, Chelsea's owners are determined not to rush into a decision for the next permanent head coach, and they realise they can't afford to get it wrong. Well, that's good that they're not going to rush into it. It just feels mental, innit? Look, first off, Vincent Kompany. By the way, like, he's a top boy. I know he's like Man City guy, but he's a legitimate, like, captain legend guy. In terms of like a character and like relatively fierce, like I'm not going to put him at like John Terry levels, but I personally have a great deal of respect for Vincent Kompany. So I want to get that out there. And he's done wonderful things with Burnley. He's taken them from stinky dashball down to the Championship. They're like tiki-taka, Barcelona B, easily winning the league, promoted. He's got the best out of Ian Matson, Chelsea loanee over there. So there is elements of that. I understand why he's being considered and admired. Should he get the Chelsea job, he would probably see Chelsea as a stepping stone to Man City. I'm not saying Man City is definitely the bigger job, but he will see, you know, the infrastructure there, the Guardiola-isms of that club, And of course, underplaying, he'd probably be a really good candidate to succeed Guardiola. If not, had Mikel Arteta not had the connections to Arsenal, they'd probably feel the same about him. So his heart doesn't lie in West London, Vinny Kompany, but he would certainly look at that as an excellent opportunity. And Lampard would probably feel like, screw you guys, I'm going home. Down the road. So no disrespect to Vincent Kompany, but give me a break. Do you know what I mean? It's nothing to do with him. It's to do with where he is and his experience. And he hasn't got the Lampard legend juice that understands the club. Which whatever value you give that, you may or may not. Whatever. That's not the point. The point being is Vincent Kompany, who was playing 2 years ago, who's managed in the Championship, and Chelsea need to get this elite thing right. So big up Vincent Kompany. He could be excellent wherever he goes, but it's just not appropriate. It's a ridiculous risk. Now, Pochettino. If we truly have screwed this up and Nagelsman and Luis Enrique are out, I don't know, bro. Me? Who manages football clubs? Ruben Amorim was a bit of a hipster's left field shout. But the thing is, it's at this point, it's not even who manages Chelsea. It's can we make Chelsea manageable? Boom, put that on a bumper sticker. It's not about who manages Chelsea. It's about making Chelsea manageable again. And that's true. Whether it's getting rid of bad apples, finalising the staff, knowing what's going on, starting again, finding a philosophy, just having steady security. Do you know what I mean? All this kind of basic stuff. And it could be Pochettino. Look, maybe Harry Kane doesn't extend. They sell him this summer. They sell him to Chelsea. They sell him to Pochettino. We have an excellent time laughing at Spurs. And maybe the manager doesn't matter that much. What matters is we have a competent manager for a bit that plays an attacking style that knows how to score goals. We continue building our infrastructure so that we become a club that it matters who manages us, but not that much, because we'll keep winning. That's the ultimate goal. A good infrastructure, a good, strong club. Hopefully, Pochettino, his English was never amazing. Hopefully he's a bit better. I don't know if going to France makes your English better, but I'm yet to be convinced, man. I mean, regardless, after a clear out, a new manager, a season starting, I'll be positive about it because that's just my prerogative. That's the way I am. But maybe Nagelsmann was and again, you have to trust the powers that be. If Luis Enrique made some peculiar demands that the club can't abide to, fine, cut him off. If Julian Nagelsmann did some funky stuff as well that they don't dig and they really want to get it right, fine, cut him off. And if truly Mauricio Pochettino has impressed you in multiple interviews, then hire him. Just be safe. Don't give him a 7-year contract on ridiculous money. Protect yourself. Protect yourself. I protect him with my full capabilities. To sing some rap music. It's just rough out there, bro. The only thing is, it can only get better. It can only get better. So just go with it. Don't fight the current and swim upstream. Go with it. And you'll be happier. Just support Chelsea and the players. We've got good players. And we might win some games. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Please do drop a like and subscribe. All that jazz, because I will upload as soon as I can reacting to stories for you, my football therapy community, who I love very much. So thank you for joining me, thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you very soon.